है कि बच्चों को एक ये अपॉर्चुनिटी स्कूल की तरफ से भी और पेरेंट नीड्स टू मेक श्योर बिफोर दे इम्पोज एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ विश लिस्ट ऑन देम. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are at Extreme Commerce College के स्टूडियो में आए हैं and my name is Usman Akram. I am the MD Managing Director at Oxbridge Digital. So
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Osama Sohail. I am a subject head over here and I am honored to be in the presence of Sir Usman, the MD, and we'll today be talking about the importance of career counselling, especially in the life of students.
yeah.
So beginning with a basic question, Sir Usman, have you ever felt that when you were starting your academic career, you needed a counselling session?
You see, I think career counselling session is the most important part जो आपकी लाइफ में आता है when you are studying at O levels or you are in Pakistan metric level की education है, because you need to choose what career subject you're going to follow, what career path you're going to follow. Unfortunately वो पाकिस्तान में उस तरह से नहीं है. I really wish at times when I was studying, and that's like donkey years ago, I'm a Buddha man now. So at that time we did not had information access as we have it today. You know, YouTube पे आप search कर सकते हैं, you can go and speak to people. But yes, it's very very important part of individual life, whether it is a female or male, to identify what potential they have. And I really wish somebody had given me career advice at the time when I needed. But we just follow the flow, and flow was Ammi wanted me to be a doctor, but unfortunately I disappointed her because I was never good at biology. I couldn't speak big words. You know, biology के जो बड़े-बड़े word होते थे ना मेरे सामने ऐसे
dangerous terms.
हाँ, वो dance करना शुरू कर देते थे. So and I failed biology, to be frank and honest with you, and then I couldn't do, of course, medical career. मेरे पास option ही नहीं थी, या discussion नहीं थी, या opportunity discuss नहीं हुई थी. So I ended up doing accounting and finance.
Alright.
So if I had a career option where I could have identified my potential, I probably would have chosen different subject, because you know I like talking and outgoing and stuff maybe. So that's
No, I agree. You were someone who was really fit for this career. Had you been a doctor, things would have been.
Maybe
I would have been scared to get into the surgery. Yeah.
I think I would have been a very good doctor by counseling people. Maybe good psychiatric if I could have done that, because
I did that for that reason, though.
Yeah.
You know,
So that's true. Yeah.
Well, I agree with you. We had.
So how about you? Did you get a career counseling session from anybody, and how did you came across?
A very similar story. My mom is a doctor. She wanted
medical doctor.
Yes, she's a surgeon. So she wanted me to be a doctor. My dad's a businessman, so he wanted me to do something in the field of business or engineering. But I ended up doing linguistics and psychology, which was for me a very
famous subject nowadays.
Yeah, I agree. Ek to, you know the population, you know the girls there. So no, jokes apart. So
but you followed your passion.
I did.
Oh, you did. So you did not do.
No, I did not really go with the field of medicine or engineering, because when I was studying in school, my teachers had a major impact on me. They recognized my potential.
Okay.
I used to be really good in speeches, debates. I used to represent the country at a national level. So things were striking well for me. And psychology, I got really interested in the field, looking at people doing psychoanalysis and documentaries especially. I used to watch them. My dad used to be really against it, that you should not be watching this stereotypical narcissist stuff, and but you know it turned out well. But had I been counseled more, I would have recognized this way earlier. जो चीज़ मैंने अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल पे परस्यू करी, मैं इसको earlier college level पे कर सकता था.
Yeah, which you didn't.
I did not.
So you followed science subject.
Yes, I did. I did have a science subject, and I was miserable at maths. And still miserable at maths. Ask me anything, I won't be able to tell.
I think one of the key question I come across with a lot of young people, I meet a lot of people across the globe. बच्चों के पास ना एक थोड़ा पेरेंट प्रेशर भी है. आई मीन आई नो देयर इज़ अ फ्रीडम ऑफ चॉइस नाउ. काफ़ी माँ बाप ने बहुत बच्चों पे छोड़ दिया है उनकी सिलेक्शन पे. लाइक यू हैड योर पेरेंट्स इन्फ्लुएंस. अब्बा वांटेड यू टू बी अ बिजनेसमैन एंड मॉम वांटेड यू टू बी अ डॉक्टर. अब स्टेटस को होने की वजह से ना यू स्टडिंग इन अ टॉप स्कूल एंड यू स्टडिंग अ साइंस सब्जेक्ट एंड it should not be like this. As every individual has a different personality. And that's where the teachers, I'm very grateful to know that your teacher helped you to get to where you are and help you identify that. If we are able to follow that process way earlier, O levels या आपकी 10th class में है, so I think we would be able to produce better human and maybe a different individual by recognizing their potential nicely. तो उस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से तो मुझे लगता है कि पाकिस्तान इज़ स्टिल फार बिहाइंड एंड देयर इज़ अ बिग रूम फॉर इम्प्रूवमेंट and people like yourself who has done psychology and gone through that, doing career counselling officially and following that, test to identify what my potentials are, or maybe having a journal chat and telling individual teacher or a career advisor कि what I love doing and stuff. तो उसमें अगर मुझे लगता है कि बच्चों को एक ये अपॉर्चुनिटी स्कूल की तरफ से भी और पेरेंट नीड टू मेक श्योर बिफोर दे इम्पोज एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ विश लिस्ट ऑन देम, जो कि बहुत सारे हैं. जैसे योर मदर वांटेड यू टू बी अ डॉक्टर एंड फादर देयर. तो उसके पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से मुझे लगता है कि देयर इज अ गैप एंड माय एडवाइस टू.
डू यू थिंक देयर आर स्टिल स्टीरियोटाइप्स इन द सोसाइटी इन पाकिस्तान?
ओह यस,
डॉक्टर हो या इंजीनियर हो?
ओह यस, बिग टाइम.
व्हाई इज दैट सो?
Because unfortunately Pakistan is still parental level पे अगर आप mummies tickies parties and those evening chats and stuff, when they go all together and they say, oh hello, my son is studying in for example Atchison College and my son goes to. It's not about it's not about taking that pride where your son is going.
Exactly.
It's about taking a pride that if your son is going to do for the society and for himself as well, because हर individual का एक impact है. घर पे है, कंट्री पे है, सोसाइटी पे है, और आपकी जो अपनी कम्युनिटी है उस पे है. तो उसमें अगर आप एक प्रेशर कुकर के अंदर बच्चे को डाल देंगे तो वो प्रेशर कुकर के बाद तो फिर you're not able to define that actual personality which that one individual could do. So having this engineering mindset कि जी इंजीनियर ही बनना है बेटा, डॉक्टर ही बनना है, why not film producer, why not an acting career, why not fashion designing career?
Exactly. This brings me to this question that we have seen a bloom, especially in the UK, in the US, in the West, and now in Pakistan as well, that students are choosing careers in the field of arts and film, as you said, design, media. So, but there still needs to be counselling here.
Yeah.
Can you suggest to our students, to everybody who's watching this, how they might do so? Where can they find good counselors?
Okay, so I cannot particularly recommend anybody because I don't know individuals. I'm sure there are lots of people who are giving the service. लेकिन एक जो सबसे बड़ा element जो UK में schools में मैंने देखा, so at the time when they're doing OA levels, they should do different placements. Right? So let's say I want to be a doctor.
Okay.
I should go and spend the time. First, identify ये करें कि can you be a doctor? वो एक हमारी वो बात है ना, do we have that jarasim of becoming doing medicine? वो jarasim ये है कि you cannot be outgoing person, you cannot be having parties, you cannot be having lots of friends with medicine because you need to spend 12 hours a day studying. You need to be the A+ star students, and those A+ star students, you ask them what sort of pressure and education they go through. तो इसलिए so if पहले तो self check है ना कि and everybody knows inside what's my potential are.
Exactly.
So do the self check first and then go and do the a placement in different, because you're young, go out and learn and unlearn. It's okay, you need to make mistakes, you need to learn from your experience.
You will make mistakes,
of course, yes. More the mistake you make, better it is.
Exactly.
So because you're gaining that experience. So उसमें होता ये कि UK में you do a different placement. So let's say medicine is one. No, if not medicine, AI in the medicine has gone really done lot of innovation.
Yes.
So उस innovation के अंदर रहते हुए what can if you love medicines, medicine में ज़रूरी तो नहीं है कि you need to be a doctor. You could
Exactly.
be a tech person,
Exactly.
helping doctors to design so tens of thousands of careers has come across, and especially since this AI is in every department.
You fit in almost everywhere.
Almost everywhere, yes.
Exactly.
So you can follow your passion onto that. So yes, so doing the placement and then going and having a chat with your teacher. Because teachers are the one who's spending most of the time with you,
yes.
and see what they're saying and then absorbing that information, then finding a career advisor. आजकल स्कूलों में भी हैं, whether they are educated and trained, that's another question, but the school career advisor is there, help them identify the key potential. Usme I like to create like a SWOT analysis. It's a business term, but I think choosing a career, मुझे लगता है कि अगर आप अपनी strength, अपनी weaknesses, और your hobbies and your passion, rather than strength, weaknesses and opportunities and वो जो normal है उसको मैंने different थोड़ा सा angle दिया है. So आप passion, opportunities and strength और उसमें अपने different points डालें कि यार this is what I love doing, and मेरी strength ये है कि अगर मैं love ये कर रहा हूँ तो मैं ये कर भी सकता हूँ.
Exactly.
मेरी weakness ये है कि मैं टिक के नहीं बैठ सकता, which I can't. I mean, I was a trained accountant and I couldn't sit down on the chair and do the books for the people.
Exactly, yes.
So वो जब आप कर लेते हैं, then pretty much then you find a career, a fair idea of a career choice.
Well suited for you.
Or sometime what happens if you're not so clear still, so it's okay, do a course and then change a career after a year or two, because अब तो flexibility बहुत आ गई ना. हमारे दौर में तो हम 4 साल के प्रोग्राम में enrolled हुए हैं या 3 साल के, and we're there. So that could have made better, now the flexibility is there.
Exactly. And it's not the end of it. Even if you feel like, I've seen people who have ditched their careers and then did totally something else.
Yeah.
Recognizing their potential.
Bro, I have worked with the people who have studied history.
Yeah.
History. I mean, what? Okay.
I can't even
No, I like history.
That.
It's one of my favorite subjects, knowing how this emperors and the lords and the kings and everybody worked, and I love watching. Yeah. I love watching.
It's interesting,
but
but it's
the Crown series on Netflix.
Yes,
and
it's blooming.
Yeah. So it's favorite subject. But imagine in Pakistan, अगर कोई बच्चा माँ को जाके बोले अम्मी मैंने हिस्ट्री पढ़नी है, तो वो आगे से जूते ही खाएगा.
Exactly.
Because माँ ने कहना पुत्र रोटी नहीं खानी.
क्या आपने क्या हिस्ट्री टीचर बनना है?
हाँ, हिस्ट्री टीचर बनना है. उसका फ्यूचर क्या है?
Exactly.
But history teacher in the UK has learned another extra skill.
Yes.
And a friend of mine did a brilliant from a big university. And then he did digital course and he was a marketer and a very good content writer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That is surprising.
So, yes. And then he was the director of marketing in one of the biggest organizations.
But as long as he's happy, that's what...
Of course. So he followed his passion for studying history because he was doing that. But then he had an extra added value skills and then he was making money too.
That's excellent. That is something that we really need our students, our youth to focus on. That you should follow your passion, you should strive for it, but at the end you need to pay the bills. So have a skill that, makes sure that you are earning well.
Especially अब तो female और male में वो दोनों financially independent हैं, लेकिन पाकिस्तान में still there is a gap and where male personality has to choose definitely a career कि इस challenging world में ऐसे पैसे भी तो आए ना 3 साल के बाद. अच्छा, एक बहुत बड़ी element ये भी है selecting your subject कि you need to think and ask a question, क्योंकि वहाँ पे पाकिस्तान में तो institutions काफ़ी सारे वो it's more of a commercialization rather than
exactly it's a business.
So rather than student centric, student focus कि ये अगर बच्चे की strength है, whether he fits in your faculty, वो फिर भी ज़बरदस्ती उसको enroll करने की कोशिश करते हैं because of course they see their own benefits. But जो career choice है आपकी, वो 3 साल के बाद, बिकॉज वर्ल्ड हैज चेंज ना, इतनी ज़्यादा चेंजेस आ रही हैं. सो आई रिमेंबर हैविंग अ फ्लिप फोन, वो ऐसे खुलता होता था, Motorola का. And then from Motorola phone we come into now skinny tighty phone.
My first phone was a touch phone.
So your phone, yes, you're a young boy, so I'm an old guy. तो वो उसमें अब देखो Motorola में, you know, we used to take the aerial out and then say hello, and half of the time we used to move around in the building. अच्छा सिग्नल आ रहे हैं नहीं आ रहे हैं, so you know, then now we are in touch screens. अब फोन आपकी बातें सुन रहे हैं और आपको उस तरह के ऐड नजर आ रहे हैं.
Exactly.
तो ये काफ़ी ज़्यादा जो है वो उस पर वो हो गया है. तो इसलिए 3 साल के बाद there are a lot of reports available. So self reading is very important for choosing a career. For World Economic Forum is telling you कि भाई 30 से 35 हज़ार करियर जो हैं, it is going to be absolute for the market. There won't be any jobs.
Exactly.
So I sometimes think back and wonder what's going to happen though with those kids.
Especially with content writing, if you
It's
have
finished.
come across. Exactly, it's finished.
It's finished.
With
Now
ChatGPT.
you could be a very good content writer. I could be a very good content writer. Anybody. You just have to give the RAM machine an idea.
They'll do it. Yeah.
It's do it, and then you just twiddle it and then put it on where you ever have to be.
Exactly.
But इससे भी ज़्यादा जो worrying part है, lot of machines are taking jobs. They're eating jobs.
Automizing.
You know, automation and artificial intelligence. If you look at the farming business.
Yes.
पहले एक सीजन में 50-100 people used to do the वो काश्तकारी और उस पर उन्होंने करना, you know, system करना. There are machines, one person is sitting in the big damn machine and driving it, and it's all acorn.
All the combined.
Too. That's all acorn too.
Yeah.
You know, so those are the days where people वो कहते थे किसान का पसीना सूखता है तो गंदम से आटा निकलता है.
Exactly.
That day is gone.
It has changed.
It's changed. So what's going to happen after 3 years? वो बच्चे जो पढ़ नहीं रहे, जो अपना करियर फोकस नहीं कर रहे, सो क्या उसके ऊपर होगा. तो वी जस्ट नीड टू बी वेरी वेरी यू नो एक्टिव इन सीकिंग एन इन्फॉर्मेशन, बिकॉज इन 3 to 4 years this world is going to be completely different.
Exactly.
So that's,
I mean, we have seen such a huge growth in the past years. AI has taken over the world and careers need to be defined again.
Yeah.
So a thorough analysis is needed, counseling is needed. It would be very beneficial for all of us. I guess this would be it. A very lovely discussion with you.
Yeah.
And you have pointed out some major points that would be for our viewers very, very important.
Yeah.
And I hope they will benefit.
So the major points, the takeaway, what are they? For those who are doing A-levels and they're thinking of choosing a career, I would suggest to identify your own passion, do a bit of exercise where writing what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are, and then what your passion is, and what opportunities can that passion hold. If you put into key points of your own in those different boxes, and then go back to a teacher and discuss with the teacher, because teachers के साथ ये है कि they can help you identify a bit more potentials.
Efficient, yeah.
You know, the strength and जो आपकी हैं. At times you don't realize your own strength.
Yes.
You know, because friends tells you, your teachers tells you. So वो जब आप बैठते हैं उनके साथ कर लें, and then उसके बाद you know perhaps go out and do a little voluntary work in a different field, or maybe spend 2 days कि जी अगर marketing manager बनना है, how does it look like, किस तरीके से है, उस पे देखें, and then you know follow your passion.
Hello everybody, this was the first vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be doing further sessions in the future. If you have any suggestions and would like us to talk about it, please feel free to let us know in the comment box down there.